War of the Ancients. When myths clash refers to the fascinating way in which ancient mythologies often presented contradictory or conflicting stories across different cultures, or even within the same culture. These clashes typically arose from competing ideas about the creation of the world, the nature of gods, or the fate of humanity. Here's a detailed exploration of these clashes, backed by examples from various mythological traditions. Greek verses, Norse creation myths, Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, the world began from chaos, a primordial void. From chaos emerged Gaia, earth, Tartarus, the underworld, and Eros, love. Gaia then gave birth to Uranus, the sky, and together they produced the Titans, the gods, and eventually humans. Norse mythology. In contrast, Norse mythology speaks of Ginnungagap, an immense void, and the meeting of fire from Muspelheim and ice from Niflheim, which gave rise to the giant Ymir. From Ymir's body, Odin and his brothers fashioned the world, and the gods, the Aesir and Vanir, created humanity. The Greek story emphasizes an orderly emergence from chaos, while Norse mythology describes a violent process of creation from the body of a slain giant. Both reflect different worldviews. The Greeks favored a more structured cosmology, while the Norse believed in a more chaotic and violent origin. Hesiod's Ages of Man versus Hindu Yugas. Hesiod's Ages of Man. In Greek mythology, as told by Hesiod, there were 5 ages: golden, silver, bronze, heroic, and iron. Each age represents a degeneration of human life, with the current Iron Age being marked by suffering and toil. Hindu Yugas. Hindu cosmology presents a cyclical view of time with 4 yugas, ages: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These myths reflect different attitudes toward time. Hesiod's myth is linear and pessimistic, believing in a continual decline, while Hindu yugas are cyclical, implying that after destruction, renewal and a return to a golden age will occur. Greek Titans versus Mesopotamian Tiamat. Greek mythology, Titanomachy. In Greek mythology, the Titans, primordial gods, are overthrown by their children, the Olympian gods, in the Titanomachy. Zeus leads the younger gods in a battle against the Titans, eventually imprisoning them in Tartarus. Mesopotamian myth, Enuma Elish. In the Mesopotamian creation epic Enuma Elish, the god Marduk battles the primordial chaos dragon Tiamat. After defeating her, he uses her body to create the world. Like the Titanomachy, this is a story of new gods overthrowing older, primordial forces. Both myths feature generational conflict, where younger gods must battle and defeat older, more chaotic entities to bring order to the cosmos. However, in the Greek myth, the defeated Titans remain alive, though imprisoned, while Tiamat is killed and transformed into the material world. Egyptian gods in conflict, Ra and Apep. In Egyptian mythology, the sun god Ra faces the chaotic serpent Apep, Apophis, each night as he travels through the underworld. Apep represents chaos, and Ra's daily victory ensures the sun rises and order is maintained in the cosmos. Set versus Horus. Another significant conflict in Egyptian mythology is the struggle between Set and Horus. After Set kills Osiris, Horus, Osiris's son, battles Set for the throne of Egypt. This conflict represents the struggle between order, Horus, and chaos, Set. Egyptian mythology reflects a worldview where maintaining balance, Ma'at, is paramount. The daily battle between Ra and Apep, as well as the ongoing struggle between Horus and Set, emphasizes the constant tension between chaos and order, with neither side completely eliminated. Creation of humans. Greek versus Aboriginal Australian myths. Greek mythology, Prometheus. In Greek mythology, the Titan Prometheus creates humans out of clay and defies Zeus by giving them fire. His act of rebellion earns him eternal punishment, but it also grants humans the tools of civilization and survival. Aboriginal Australian myth, the Dreamtime. In Aboriginal Australian mythology, humans and the world were created by ancestral spirits during the Dreamtime. These beings shaped the land and brought animals, plants, and people into existence. The Dreamtime stories emphasize humanity's connection to the land and the natural world. The Greek myth presents human creation as an act of defiance and conflict between gods and humans, while Aboriginal myths focus on harmony between humans, nature, and the spiritual world. The contrast highlights differing values. Greek mythology is more anthropocentric, while Aboriginal myths emphasize the interconnectedness of all living things. The War of the Ancients isn't a literal war between mythologies, but rather the way different cultures interpreted the world, their gods, and the role of humanity. These clashes of myths reflect profound differences in worldview, religious belief, and cosmological understanding. While some myths focus on conflict, violence, and generational struggles, others emphasize cycles, harmony, or the role of chaos in creation. These mythological clashes also remind us that humans, across time and cultures, have always sought to explain their place in the universe, often in radically different ways, resulting in the fascinating diversity of mythological traditions we have today.